National Freedom Party is going to be a major player come next year's elections, and you can mark my words.
Kulandela kumiswa ku-NFP elikhethweni khethwe ixwayisa ngokuthi kahleli kahle intutalo kungenteka lingakhoni leminyaka lotako.
Sisuspecta ukuthi ubukhosi buyathola i-bribe. Why? Ngoba ubukhosi abudi kithi sibahlali bakhe o sibantwana bakhe.
Ebolo komphakathi asemangweni nasesikhwahlane asola inkosi ebukhosi belugedlana inkosi isizwe ngomane wesibili ngakufumbathiswa inkampani malahle inkomato anthracite coal mine.
I don't think the crowd will be silenced from what we've seen so far in this World Cup.
Krabo kumsebenzi lobatima kuthulisa abalandeli beFrance eParis ngemigcibo ebusuku amabhokobhoko nawadlala naleli qembu kuma-quarter final endlebe yemhlaba yalonyaka. Kuba kuhle kuhlangana endzabeni teSiswati la ku-SABC. Khumbula ukuthi sikhona ku-X, YouTube na ku-Facebook la ubukela khona ukhethe kahle isokumukela hlala nathi. Chumana na-SABC News. Sishayele ngetindzaba letishisako. Tindzaba nje. Kusiluma indlebe talobanga ngitiphi tinkikathi nikhungetse nengumphakathi. Sishayele ku-011 714 6133. Noma usithumele i-email ku-news@sabc.co.za. I-SABC News. Livi lakho itimele ayithathi hlangothi. Kulenze elikhethweni komishana letumela elikhethwe ixwayisa ngekuthi nangabe lelicembu lingahleli kahle tintotalo kungenteka lingakhoni kungena elikhethweni leminyaka lotako. Solo kwashona umholi lelicembu zanele timbi tebuholi kuleli qembu. Letatimende talo tekuchaswa nge-2016 lahociswa elikhethweni kwehluleka kubhadala imali ekubhalisela lukhetho lwabomasipala.
Kubonakala kwangathi umlandvo uyadiphinza ku-NFP. Leli qembu ingxenye icala iholwa nguJeremiah Mavundla, kanzi lenye iholwa nguChristopher Sibisi. Kungeta phethilolo emlilweni tinva tihambi kahle kuleli qembu elitsabeni lokuvota. Njengoba lalahlekelwa tihlalo letine eParliament nga-2019, kanzi lasala netihlalo letimbili nje kuphela.
Whilst it's speculative, one always hopes that they will find each other and do agree on their leadership. But if it gets to the date in March when we close nomination and they have not settled their leadership, it means they will not participate in next year's elections.
Kepha leli qembu lithi angeke nje umlandvo udiphinze.
The National Freedom Party is going to be a major player come next year's elections, and you can mark my words on that. And in particular in KwaZulu-Natal, because the NFP is going to decide who is going to govern the province. I can assure you that.
Labanye bagcizelele ukuthi kude lubambano kuleli qembu.
The issue of unity is very important for us. So we are trying to preach that gospel that we need to unite at all costs in order for the party to do well, in order to keep the party alive.
I-NFP yagcina nga-2011 kubamba inkomfa elikhetfo. Kanzi nyalo leli qembu lilungiselela lenye letawubanjwa ngenyanga yengongoni kulomnyaka losetulu.
Lisekela mongameli Paul Mashatile lithi iAfrika kufanele ukuthi itibekele yona imigomo yesikhathi sekwendlulela esigabeni sekuphehla gesi ngendlela lenganokubeti imvelo. Uthina nobe sekwendeka lokho kufanele ukuthi igesi ahlale yakhona. Uthola inkulumo elanga kungomfa yeAfrica Oil Week lechubeka eKapa.
Mashatile uthi lenkomfa kufute isite lelive kusombulula tingcinamba tecishwa kwagesi. Uthi njengoba lelive lisabuka letinye tindlela tekuphehla isemandla emvelo lana gesi kufute ingathikamiteki kepha yanze iqinisekise kusimama kwemnotho.
Africa must set its transition period with reasonable terms and expectations, specifically considering its developmental needs. Other nations globally are doing the same. And I want to emphasize that, ministers, that it's important to allow other people time frames for us. We need to set time frames for ourselves because of our countries, we know the needs of the continent. Because often we get given resources or money and told you need to transition within this period. We must say no to that and be able to needs and be able to set those time frames. Because as Africa, we must keep the lights on during the transition period.
Mashatile uthi leli live litimisele kwehlisa izinga lokungcolisa umoya kude lehlise imiphumela leselitulu.
Expanded Public Works Program kufanele lihlelwe kabusha kwendela ukuthi luvele amathuba emisebenzi lokufaka phansi ukuthuthukiswa kwemakhono kwendela imisebenzi lekhonsile noma emakhono emabhizinisi nekuphindze lisite kwethulwa kwetinsita kangcono. Lokhu kuvetwe indlela imisebenzi yesive netakhiwo ncandi sihlezi kalala kunkonfa emalanga amabili lapho kubuka khona ukuthuthukisa isigaba lesidanzelako salolu hlelo lakuphela isigaba sesine kulomnyaka lotaka ngenyanga yendlovu lenkulu.
Litiko letemisebenzi yesive netakhiwo ncandi lithi likhonela ukuqasha abantu labangetulu kwa-610,000 ngaphansi kweluhlelo lwabalimisebenzi yesikhashana kulomnyaka timali wa-2023 kuya ku-2024. Lithi liyachubeka netinhlelo tokuvula amathuba emisebenzi latawufinyelela ku-5 million sino salolu hlelo loluqale nga-2019 luphothule nga-2024.
Then in the broader context, if we look at EPWP Phase 4, against the target, the 5 million target, 4,500,601 work opportunities by the 6th of October. So that is quite significant. We are well on our way to meet the target.
Lolu hlelo lwasungulwa ngenhloso yokulwisana abantu labangasebenzi nalabadla imbuya ngeluthi nanobele imisebenzi yesikhashana kepha imendile umahluko omkhulu kubantu labaningi.
We are targeting the right people in terms of EPWP. We have some participants who are trained in some the National Youth Chefs Program, giving a testimony on how the program changed their
Indvuna yelitiko sihlezi kalala ithi sigaba sesihlanza lolu hlelo kufuthi sigcile kakhulu ekwakheni amathuba emisebenzi siqhubekise amakhono ebantfu.
The first one was to ensure that we alleviate poverty, and the second one we ensure that we provide some skills or opportunities for beneficiaries to be self-sustainable.
Zikalala usidelive litawuqhubeka libukane netibalo lesetulu tebantfu labangasebenzi nangabe kungashintsha etikoleni luvuna isimo sanyalo sekusebenta.
Imininingwane etelibalo yekubalwa kwabantu ikhombise ukuthi linani labantu lifike ku-62 million nga-2022 kusuka ku-40.6 million nga-1996. Le mininingwane iphindze iveta ukuthi iGauteng solo ngilo lenesibalo lesetulu sabantu njengoba Northern Cape ibe nesibalo esincane nga-1.3 million. Le mininingwane ikhombisa ukuthi abantu labasekati benda 51% lelinani bese kuthi labaduna babe ngu-48%. Le mininingwane ethule esikhulu kumengameli Cyril Ramaphosa ePitoli. Eboloka umphakathi asebangweni nasesikhwahlana sola inkosi ebukhosi beligedlana inkosi isizwe ngomana wesibili ngekufumbathiswa ingapha nemalahle ingomati anthracite coal mine. Lokhu kukholela ekutheni lo mphakathi ungahlomli lutho kanti-ke uthi le mayini ayibuyisele lutho kuwo.
Letakhamuti letikhathatekile tisola le nkosi esiyihlele esihlaleni sebukhosi kusukela nga-20 tivimule kusitihlomule kule mayini. Letakhamuti ifuna kuthuthukiswe le ndzawo letihlala kuyo imigwaqo lesesimeni lesikahle emandi kanye namathuba emisebenzi.
Sisuspecta ukuthi ubukhosi buyathola i-bribe. Why? Ngoba ubukhosi abudi kithi sibahlali bakhe or sibantwana bakhe.
Kusenjalo inkosi isizwe ngoma leticithile letinsolo.
Kude lengikutholako emayini, kude lengikutholako emakhoneni phindze futhi. Cabanga ukuthi into lekhona just nje kufuna umphakathi abambisane nebukhosi. Tuke ma challenges la khona emayini.
Ngoma lovakalise ukuthi kunetinkinga letibukene le mayini.
Kude kubambisana tuke emayini nebukhosi nemphakathi. Sine challenge kakhulu ngenxa ukuthi imayini iyasithembisa tinto ukuthi itasendela lokhu nalokhu nalokhu bese iqedza lapha ingakuyedi.
Le mayini malahle lecala ukusebenza kulenza unyaka enye ithine budlelwano lobuhle nalobukhosi.
When AFMET joined Nkomati in 2020, we followed the social and labor plan which was in place, which we managed to implement a clinic for Balukadlane and also a community hall for Mawewe. And we currently finished the community hall for Matsamo. And we are also working on the pothole fixing as we speak now. Over and above that, we managed to employ over 500 employees.
Litiko lomcebo waphasa lika Paul ngalolu tsaba kanzi livakalise kusitita wenda luphenyo.
Nzabreswati la SABC la ubukele khona ukhethe kahle sekhona hlala nathi. Umnderitsite usale udungakile emva kuthi uve kwangathi uniketwe liswadelo lungasilo esibedlela emkhulu eBushbuckridge eMpumalanga. Ngakusho kwenina wemntfwana Thandiswa Paye waniketwa umntfwana wentombazane emva kuthi bekatshelwe ukuthi ubeleke umfana. Paye uthi mbatho layitfola kubahlengekade ngesikhathi ayobeleka imshiye netibati nemibuzo.
Lo make ufuna timphendvulo. Sekucishe kuphele tinyanga letimbili solo aphethe umfana langasiye wakhe. Lokhu kuta ngemuva kwekuthi umfana lanikwe yena unebulili lobuhlukile kulobu latshelwe bona. Thandiswa lasicolisile ngaloko kepha yena akakeneli ufuna bulungiswa ngesimo labe ngaphansi kwaso.
Siphinde sabuyela ke eMatikwane after 2 weeks bothatha igazi. After bethatha igazi eRobs labuya igazi on Sunday ma DNA test. Mayebuya ma DNA test a confirm ukuthi umntwana ngowethu.
Lokhulumela umndeni surprise kuna uthi lesimo ke yonke.
Ngathi psychological yena vele ngeke aphinda be right and nalomntwana ekugcineni azofuna ukwazi ukuthi wabangibiza Njabulo ngiyintombazana kwenzeke njani siyabonga mintu se ngoba kune problem then sizoqala phansi siyamtshela masimtshela khona.
Litiko letempilo kulesifundza alikatfolakali kuphawula ngalolu tsaba. Umndeni walomfana uhlela kulithathela tinyathelo tsaba.
Kucizeleka kwengqondo kubonakala kuseyinkinga lechubekana kwanza emphakathini yakuleli. Njengoba lomuhla ngubungatolanga lekwatisa ngalesimo emhlabeni. Ejozi inkampani yemshwalense wetempilo iDiscovery Life ibenesombe lapho kuboniswana ngetindvo lethulela ekucizitelekeleni ngengqondo kwebantfu labasha kulamalanga.
Tenyukile tibalo tebantfu labasha labatibulele ngenyanga yengci bane bafundzi netisebenti tesikolo saseThakane labatibulele. Ababili basePitoli nabo batibulele kanti umkhuhlane weCovid-19 uye waveta tigameko tekucindzeteleka ngekwengqondo.
We were receiving about 600 calls per day from people around the country from all ages who were reaching out for help, needing to know where to go, who to speak with me, how do I help a loved one. To now, almost 3 years after COVID, is we receive around 3,000 incoming calls per day to our call center.
Liningi licabanga ukuthi bantfu labakhulile ngibo labacindzeteleka ngekwengqondo bosolwati bathi nebantfwana labafundza etikolweni temabanga laphansi nabo bayatsindzeka.
When we paint the picture of the extent of mental health, we also have to realize that it impacts our children. Children as young as 5 or 6 can have symptoms and episodes of depression. We know that the youngest suicide in South Africa has been 6 years old.
Gameko letinemthelela kusukela kubatali labashiya phasi emshadweni kulahlekelwa tinintabo nobe nje kubangwe namiphumela yamatikuletsheni. Kulomnyaka kucilwe kakhulu ekutheni kulilungelo la wonke ukukhululeka ngekwengqondo kanti sikubutile embukeli ukuthi ungakugwema kanjani icindzeteleka ngekwengqondo uphendvule ngalendlela.
Mangabe umuntu enenkinga kumele ayijwayeze ukukhuluma. Mangabe umuntu kumele kube khona umuntu noma oyedwa omthembayo okwazi ukukhuluma inkinga zakho naye ngoba into mekwayikhuluma noma inomuntu oyedwa iyaqala ibe ngcono inkinga nomqondo uqale ube ngcono abantu abayifundisa ukukhuluma ukuze inkinga zehle.
Ngicabanga ukuthi mina lento kufanele bakhiphe ama-programs abomnyango wezempilo bafundise abantu ngokuthi bakwazi ukunothisa nokunakisisa izinto okuyizona zona eziphazamisa umqondo womuntu nokusebenza kwawo.
Into engasiza ukuthi umuntu akhulume uma kukhona inkinga nayo nokugwema-ke idakamizwa-ke ukuthi abantu bengadli idakamizwa kakhulu.
Gcina ingqondo yakho ibhizi njalo ukuze ingacabangi ngale zinto leticindzetelako. Ngaleso sikhathi leso noma-ke ngekwenda njalo uba ngcono.
Esikhathini esiningi abantu abanzima sinenkinga yokuthi asikhulumi nesinenkinga, sithatha izinto sizifihle ngaphakathi kwethu sithi abantu bazokuthini uzothi ngiyayikhuluma bese bayangihleka. Khuluma uzokwazi ukuhelebheka.
Uma ngabe uthatha iBhayibheli ufunza lapha encwadzini yaMateyu 11 verse 28 to 29. Uthi yena Nkosi Jesu Kristu, wotani kimi nina nonke lenikhathele nalesinzako mina ngitaniphumuda.
Lona ngombono wembukeli iSABC ukuthi phendulela ngawo. Etimake eTelrand sithola ukuthi licilina leqhathaniswa netimali takulamanye amave. Kutemidlalo Oktoba ngumsebenzi labatima ku-20 Paris ngemigcibelo ebusuku amabhokobhoko nabadlala nelicembu kuma-quarter final endlebe yemhlaba yalonyaka. Amabhokobhoko langakwenda ukuthi achithe isikhathi sawo ekwakheni lisu lekuthi atawuphumela kwendeka ukuthi balandzeli bawengame kulomdlalo.
Emabhokobhoko athi kahle ukuthi angeke akhone kuvala lo belicembu lase-France eParis ngelisonto kanti RGS 99 uthi into lekhona nje ukuthi kumele bathi bambe ticine kude kube sekupheleni kwalomdlalo.
I don't think the crowd will be silenced from what we've seen so far in this World Cup. This obviously for the French team with them playing at home. I don't think they will be silencing them this coming weekend.
Cha, lithemba libuyile ke kubafana kulandzela umdlalo wabo neTonga. Ingani phela Henry Pollard kanye naMani Libok bebenda lokhu labathunywe kona. Faf de Klerk naye wanikwa ke lithuba ngesikhathi lelicembu lalakhale edlana Ireland.
It's great to have him back. He's a great asset to us and he gives a lot of confidence to the players around him.
Emabhokobhoko athi kahle ukuthi alindzele ini kuFrance kanzi nje lena seyawubanjwa ngileshobele nayo. Lisekele mqeqeshi uMabhokobhoko lithi lilinze nje umdlali munye walelicembu lalakhala tophakamisa sandla athi yebo ngiyavuma siyawuphumelela lo mdlalo kuphuwethe inhlitiyo tebalandzeli belicembu laseFrance.
When you play at this level, teams analyze each other to the bone. So you have to find means and ways to stay to your core.
Emabhokobhoko anawo ke umlando wekwenda kahle kunzebe emhlaba kanzi ngelisonto kulinzele ukuthi ende lokuladvume ngako.
Phansi empumalanga sithola siphomotha kuletiphumo embiteni kuva ukuthi ngabe ngitiphi lethamba embi 10.
Lishonile Stumo, lishonile Mbukeli, ekhathi kuthi Tindzaba langahlinzela umlaleli ehlelweni letiphuma embiteni namuhla siyavaka bandi ngaleti khalo ke takhamuti tasemangweni nasesikhwahlane kumasipala wenkomazi kulesifundza seMpumalanga letsola ke inkosi yendzawo la ngekufumbatsiswa imayini lemba emalahle kuletindzawo kanti ke make weliswane nobe umntwana waseBushbuckridge ufuna timpendulo kulandzela ke tinsolo tekuthi waniketwa ke luswane lelingasuleke lwakhe lapha ke kulelitiko letempilo mlaleli uleti letinye ke Tindzaba longahlinzela ehlelweni letiphuma embiteni ukhathini kwensimbi yesithupha nesikhombisa yalo Ndzabama ngibonga kakhulu Stumo.
Sibonga kakhulu siphomotha phansi empumalanga kuLugwalagwala FM. Nobandlela sikubingelele simo selitulu sokuqala kuzikwendeka kulamalanga yabanza kuyashisa kahle kahle siyaphi ngesimo selitulu
lokuhle nje ukuthi ke nalokushisa lobe khona lobe kusebenza ke esingakulindla la event
sibakhulu nobandlela
siyabonga.
Sithibeka lapho tolomuhla nasipitolo ke sikhona simo selitulu lukhona kusasa lihlelo lesimatheni ngensimbi yesithupha kudzimade kube insimbi yesithupha ngalesine sikhona emzabeni teSiswati nga 45 ikhona sitesindebele sale kahle.